Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I hope everyone is having a good 4th of July weekend. It is Monday the 3rd and I am just trying to knock out 2 videos really quick this morning before I get started with my day. I went ahead and warmed most of everything that I showed in that last video of all of my older stuff. I did hold back on some and I really didn't get through all of it because that would be impossible and you'd have to be a crazy person to get through everything. So I went on a huge melting spree like the last couple of days just because I wanted to get through this stuff and I don't know, just force myself to use it because it had been sitting around for so long. So that's what I did. Now, in my friend Emma, in her true fashion, she always, when she does an empties video, she always shows cotton balls. And it actually did finish a bag of cotton balls. So these are from the BX actually. They're not the best. They're not the fluffiest. So if you happen to shop at the BX or whatever and they have this Good Sense, I think it's Good Sense is what the BX sells. I wouldn't recommend them. I would get something fluffier because I had to use quite a bit to get into my plugins, which is what I use them for, is my plugins. I do the freezer method for all my other wax. Alright, so I'm going to be brutally honest in this video. Not that I'm not honest in every video, but I just felt like I had more negative things to say than good, so I just wanted to say that up front. I mean, I hope you guys know that I'm honest. Like, I try to be tactful. Like, I don't try to just tear a vendor down just because I don't maybe not like the vendor or the wax or whatever. I try to just be like, keep an open mind. So I will say though that I melted through the last of my rainbow melts, like the older stuff, and rainbow melts was the big winner of this melting challenge, if you want to call it that, or melting session, whatever. I'm going to start with the 2 that I didn't like though, but still like were pretty strong. So you can see these are from 2015 and 2015, and this is when I was still into pink sugar. So I put these in different days. Actually, I did this one on one day and there was 4, I think, sunny tarts in here, and the pink sugar with her is too much for me. It was just overwhelming, and it was that strong perfume pink sugar that I just cannot do. So although these were strong, they were definitely not for me. I had to shut them down because I was like, they were giving me a headache and making me sick. But they did do very well. They were very strong still, so I have no complaints with that. The other rainbow melts that I did is Maple Hot Orange Danish, and I used to love this scent, but I really don't anymore. It's just not my style of scent. However, I feel like it did pretty well. I felt like it was a little bit one-dimensional, like it kind of lost maybe... It kind of, like when it was warming, like in the bag it smells good, but when it was warming it just smelled very one-dimensional. Like it didn't smell like anything to me, just more like a bakery scent. I really wasn't making out any one note. Now this could have been also because I warmed it in my living room, which is a bigger area and it's harder to smell. Like I noticed when I warm things in a smaller room, I can really smell more of the elements of all the scent. This one just smelled like one thing to me, but it was a strong scent. This next one, Strawberry Banana Smoothie, was just a sample, I believe. It was just a small tart that I did in my daughter's room in her, what is that? What is the Walmart 24 hot plate? 24 watt hot plate in Strawberry Banana Smoothie. This one was really pretty. I enjoyed this one more than I thought I would. It was just nice. I don't know what to say. It was just Strawberry Banana Smoothie. Like there's really nothing to say. It was a strong performer. The banana wasn't like, I don't know, sometimes banana can come off weird, and I don't think it did in this one. And you can see that's from 2015, so it's 2 years, yeah, 2 years old. Okay, the big winner for rainbow melts for me was Apple of My Eye. This is Red Delicious Apples, Sour Cream Spice Cake, and Vanilla Bean Noir. I have not been loving apple scents lately, but this one completely changed my mind. I was totally in love with this one. This one was amazing, super strong. Just, I don't know. It was just apple, mostly apple to me, with a bit of bakery, and just the creaminess from the Vanilla Bean Noel. I loved this. I have the rest of it going in my living room right now. It's a strong thrower. I really, really like this one. This one was really good. And then next I have Wicked Bliss. Now this one was pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin pecan waffles at this time, so that kind of ruined it for me a little bit. But it still managed, like I still liked it. It was a good bakery. Sugar cookie for me is hit or miss from different vendors. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. I don't know, there's kind of this weird, for me with sugar cookie, it almost comes off as like a sour milk. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not really sure why. It's almost like instead of sugar cookie, like for some reason and this is across the board with most vendors with sugar cookie, is that sugar cookie comes off almost like cookies and milk to me. I don't know. I always get like a weird, what am I trying to say? Milk note. It's not good. Okay, that was all of the rainbow melts. All right, so now here's where things get a little dicey. Let's talk about Glitterati for just a minute. First of all, let me just say I love Janine. I love Glitterati. There's nothing wrong with Glitterati whatsoever. My issue with Glitterati is, and if you've talked to me like on Facebook or through text messaging or whatever, if we've talked about wax or Glitterati in any form, I've probably said this to you, so you've probably heard me say it. My problem with Glitterati is I don't want to fall in love with any of her scents because I never know if I'm going to be able to get them again. Like if I fall in love with a scent, like let's say this maple glazed donut, and I wanted to get my hands on it again, who knows when I would be able to get my hands on it again. So I think I'm just going to stick with vendors that like I know I can get for sure. I mean, she's got plenty of business coming her way anyways because she's got people making huge custom orders and she does her flash sale lots or the mystery lots. That's the other thing too is I have won a few mystery lots, and while I totally appreciate those, half the time I end up destashing half of it because it's just not my scent, my scents. But that's what happens when you buy a mystery lot. You just kind of have to take your chances. But again, I want to order from somebody that I know, like if I love a scent, I can go back and get some more, I don't want to be trying to give up my kidney or my liver or my heart to try to get a piece of wax. I mean, people do crazy things to try to get wax. So it's just not something that I want to do. And so far, I have found a few scents from her that I do really like. This round didn't happen to be one of those. I don't know why. I guess these just weren't my scents, but they were from March 2015, and I think I have one from January 2015. So they were quite a bit on the older side. This one, however, performed amazingly well. I'm surprised. I liked, was it this one that this one I really liked. Honeydew Buttercream Cake. It's not my favorite of scents, but that honeydew really came out. And it wasn't bad. It was almost kind of spicy for some reason. Not like super spicy, but just like it's, for some reason it just came off a little bit spicy. Spicy and sweet. That honeydew really came out along with that buttercream cake. I'm not really sure where I'm getting spicy from, but yeah, I don't know. Just ignore that. I'm not sure why I'm smelling spicy. This other one was maple glazed donut. I use this in my daughter's Scentsy warmer in the bathroom. This was from January 2015. It was okay. It was, I mean, you could smell the maple, you could smell bakery. It was maple bakery. It did okay. It wasn't, I don't know. It just wasn't. One thing that I found, and I'll just say this right now too, is a lot of these scents were one-dimensional. Like, I think as your wax gets older, it just starts to like mold into this one dimension scent. Like for example, let me talk about this one then. So this is caramel, strawberry, pretzel, buttercream. This one to me smelled very odd. It was like, I couldn't pick up caramel, I couldn't pick up strawberry, I really couldn't pick up pretzel, which you would think you would smell. It was almost like I was just getting like a straight like bakery, like nothing distinctive about it. It was just like bakery. But I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't smell any of these scent notes coming out. It just smelled like a warm bakery. maybe just a hint of caramel, but strawberry or pretzel, I couldn't smell any of it. And I really would have loved to have like strawberry pretzel. You know, I would have loved to smell like the saltiness of the pretzel, the sweetness of the strawberry. Now, if I were to go back and maybe look at the haul, maybe I could go back and see what I said about it then. But this one, yeah. And you can see the bag is like, I think vendors have changed their bags because these bags are a lot softer than the ones we're getting from vendors now. So I'm starting to wonder, and I noticed that the containers I had these in were starting to get like yellow on them. Now, yesterday, one thing, if your containers do start to get yellow, I actually put mine, I washed it in my sink, and then I put it outside to let the sun kind of like bleach it. Like that's a natural like bleaching process from the sun, and it turned my container back to white. So you can do that if you ever have that issue. But I need to slow down really and just not let stuff get old because it's just not working for me. And this is like the perfect example. So cantaloupe, birthday cake, vanilla bean Noel. This one almost made me hurl. Not because of Glitterati, just because cantaloupe and birthday cake were not my thing whatsoever. Now in the bag it smelled fine, but warming, oh man, that cantaloupe was so strong. I was just like, and I will say that these all did warm very strongly, no matter whether they were like one-dimensional or not. But yeah, cantaloupe and birthday cake were definitely not working with my nose. I had to turn that one off ASAP, even though it was going super strong for me. Okay, let's jump into, I didn't really organize myself, which is always disastrous. Okay, let's talk about Front Porch. Now, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be ordering from Front Porch anymore. There's a few scents, just like a few scents that I really like from her, but I have to know that I'm going to be warming them right away or they're just going to go bad on me. So I don't date mine, so I really don't know when these are from. They can't be any more than 2 years old though. And I'm pretty sure I did some hauling from Front Porch last year, but I can't remember. So this one here is like the perfect example of a one-dimensional scent. For some reason, I used to love her laundry and I just don't anymore. I don't know if it's just because this is older, but so you see it's got so much laundry, citrus laundry, and pink mallow laundry. Nothing came out, like no citrus, no pink sugar, no marshmallow. It was just like a straight laundry. And I just kept getting, now see when I smell it in the bag, I can kind of smell those things, but when it was warming, it just smelled like laundry, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just was not in love with it. And it just might be too old. I kept getting an undertone as well. Did I say that? I felt like Front Porch has a very strong undertone. Everything I smelled, I was like, okay, I'm going to change my warmers now to something else. And every time I'd put my nose in the bag, I was like, I keep smelling the same thing. Like, I don't understand. Now, there's a few exceptions here. Let's see, what can I talk about next? Oh, let's talk about a winner, though. Let's talk about something that is winning right now. Let me find the other bag. Where are you? Here we go. Okay, now this one, this is newer. I think I didn't do a haul on this because I only placed like an order for 2 items. It was these 2 things and then like a 6-pack that I'll show you in a minute. But this is Effervescent Fizzy Pops. This is rocking my world right now. I have 2 in my kitchen and it's throwing very well. These are like, there's no undertone. They smell good. They're perfect. So like I can totally get on board with that. Yeah, they're just like your Effervescent Fizzy Pops. I mean, there's nothing else to say about them. They're doing great. So that's cool. This one, Cake Shop Cupcakes. This one actually did okay. It's not my most favorite of scents just because it was just super sweet. I feel like it has coconut in it. I feel like there's coconut in there somewhere. But overall, yeah, it's not one that I would repurchase. I mean, but it did well for being as old as I think it is. I don't know why my camera's like choosing not to focus on anything. There we go. Okay, so next we have Clover and Aloe. Now this in the past, I was thinking about this one because I have warmed this one before And I was remembering, like I was trying to remember what I said about it before, and I think I remember saying that it did have a medium scent throw, because that's what was happening with me again, is this one was not throwing as strong. I had 2 Grubby Tarts, and I put them in the Scentsy warmer and then in my bathroom plug-in. And this is more of like a manly scent, which I totally love this scent. This is like one of my favorites, Clover and Aloe, but I have been seeing it from other vendors. So I might try it from another vendor. All right, I had to take a quick break for just a minute. Banana Fruity Loops. Now I'm trying to remember, I don't think I like this one. I didn't like the combination of banana and Fruity Loops together. You can see how smudgy the bag is on this one. I don't know, and again, I was getting that weird undertone, so I wasn't loving that one. Now, there are a few that didn't have an undertone, like I'll just say that, but let's see what else. Oh, here we go. This one, yes, this Marshmallow Zucchini Noel. Again, this used to be one of my favorite scents. For some reason, this was not doing it for me. Again, with the one-dimensional, like I didn't smell anything but just like sweet. Like there was no zucchini note coming out. It was just, it's so hard to explain unless like you were here with me, which would be like, I would totally invite you into my home, but that would be kind of odd. Like, let's smell this together. But it's hard to explain. It was just like this one straight sweet note and nothing else. Like I got no marshmallow. I mean, no zucchini, no like vanilla bean noel. I feel like you can smell vanilla bean noel. And I have a perfect example of that coming up. What else did I warm? Oh, okay. This next one I'm going to hang on to because I have one left, and this one wasn't bad. Winter Garden Laundry. I didn't love this one, but it was very strong. And it was probably one of the ones that had a little bit more dimension for me. I don't know, I'm not sure what Winter Garden is. I feel like it has some sort of mint, possibly. Yeah, this is the only one that smelled a bit more, that had like 2 different notes going on. I could smell like the laundry and something else, whatever that Winter Garden is. I should have looked that up, but I don't know. So that one I'll probably save for another time. Basil Sage Mint Laundry. I feel like I bought this for a second time because I really liked it. You have to excuse my nail right there. I went to clean up my nails today and I ended up taking polish off the side, but Basil Sage Mint Laundry. I thought I liked this one, but I'm really not. I thought it had more mint in it, and it's more of like a herb laundry. And I'm just not loving it. Again, with the undertone, I don't know. I can't. These guys are getting thrown in the trash. I can't. This Lemon Bliss Wild Berry Bread just smells like lemon to me. It doesn't smell like anything. Yeah, it just smells like lemon to me. I'm not going to waste my time warming that just because I don't want to warm something that I don't think I'm going to enjoy. Vanilla Noel, same thing. Feels very one-dimensional. Yeah, I'm just not loving that one for whatever reason. And this one I was kind of hanging on to because I thought I might like it, but no. Just no. Yeah, it smells good. It actually doesn't have any sort of undertone. So it's kind of hit or miss for me. Like, so here's some that I am keeping that still smell good. Like this Night Frost Cactus and Sea Salt. This one still smells really good. So I'm keeping this one to warm later. Cactus and Sea Salt. This one still smells good. No weird undertone. So I'm keeping that. The Effervescent Fizzy Pops is going in the kitchen right now. I'm going to try to warm that one as long as I can because I'm really loving that. So the Cactus and Sea Salt smells fine. And then this one I just got probably like a couple months ago. I went ahead and reordered this one because I had warmed through it. Brown Fig Sea Salt Sugar. So I got a 6-pack in that. I'm not going to hang on to it for very long. I'm going to try to warm it as soon as possible. It just smells good. I love fig scent, so that one's a keeper for me. So I have 3 bags of Front Porch that I am keeping. So that's what I have left from that. Okay, so the other part of what I was going to be melting is Kay's Creations. And let's see, let me start with one of my favorites from her. I will always order her cookie bread, vanilla bean cookie bread. This one I warmed probably like one of the first days I started going like crazy melting, and I'm so glad I did because I love this one. The vanilla bean is so rich. The cookie bread is such a rich, beautiful scent. If you like bakery, her cookie bread is one of the best. Now these are quite old as well. I haven't done a haul from Kay's Creations in a really long time. However, this would be definitely on my repurchase list. I like all of her cookie breads almost. Vanilla bean is one of my favorites. This one is Pink Paradise cookie bread, and this one is pink sugar and vanilla bean Noel and cookie bread. So this one is not my favorite cookie bread because it's got the pink sugar. Now, this is at a time when I wasn't hating on pink sugar, so the cookie bread is not as strong in this one, and yeah, so I did warm some of this, but it's not my favorite. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm not sure. I'm hanging on to it for now. This Peaceful Paradise, I didn't warm any of it. I'm just showing you that this is probably going to be kept. I thought I wrote down what it was, but yeah. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, Kay's Creations. Okay, one thing with Kay's Creations is I definitely am picking up an undertone from her wax as well. I don't know if it's just because I'm smelling it all at one time and not smelling a bunch of different waxes, because as I was going through this box, I kept sniffing for things to see like what I wanted to warm, and I just kept smelling like the same thing in each bag. So I was just like, I don't know what I want to melt because it all smells the same. However, this pink clothesline, I am going to keep. Oh yeah, I have got two actually. Yeah, I've got two before she discontinued the scent. I think these are probably on the 2-year mark. Now, I did have really good throw from Kay's Creations, so I can't really complain about that. I do like her pink clothesline scent. It is a pink sugar, but her pink sugar to me is much more mild than most, I think. You know, the undertone in her wax is not bad at all. Like, I don't mind it at whatsoever. To me, it almost just smells like a good undertone, which sounds weird. It's almost like a bakery undertone. I don't know. Does anybody have experience with Kay's Creations that can comment on that? But I do like pink clothesline, so I will be keeping those for sure. This CB Scrub Day, I don't think she makes this one anymore, but I think this is some sort of like, I'm trying to remember like what the CBs are navy, guys, and so I think it was something like hanging laundry in the Southern Pacific while baking cookies in the background or something. I don't know. Her scent descriptions are insane. If you ever go and read them, it's like you want to try everything. I don't love this one as much as I did when I first ordered it. I'm not really sure what I'm smelling. It's kind of an odd mix, I think. Like, at first I didn't think it was. I actually really liked the clean and the bakery mix, but I didn't like it as much the second time. Hanky Panky I have going in my daughter's room right now, and it's kicking some major butt. This is, it's like a sweet lavender, pink sugar, and creamy coconut. I would never have guessed that that's what this was, ever. I would, like, when I smelled it, yeah, I would have never guessed that. It's very, again, I hate using the word one-dimensional again, but I don't know, just smelling it in the bag, I'm not really picking up, like, I don't know what I'm picking up. But warming right now, it's warming really nicely. It does smell pretty in there, I will say that. So it's got that going for it. Also, okay, so these are the bags that I have left from Kay's Creations that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. Chiffon Bliss Cookies, I think is just, not really sure what this is actually. I feel like it's some sort of fruity. I don't love it. She does have these really cute egg shapes, though. I think it's, you know what? I think it might be lemon. I think maybe that's why I'm not like loving it right now, is because of the lemon. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Now these two here, Sugared Ribbon Cookies and Magical Fluff. Now, I'm thinking about saving these and using them maybe as blenders for scents that I don't love, to see if I can maybe, you know, if I need something to like tone down a scent, I can use this. But yeah, again, I'm getting that bakery undertone to her stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah. All right, so that was everything. I warmed through quite a bit. I finished a bunch of stuff. Some of it you can see that I did not, but for the most part, I did finish what I wanted to, and I got through some of this older wax. Some of this is going into the trash, which I hate to do, but it just goes to like reaffirm the fact that you really need to warm through your stuff. Now, I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job of destashing things before they get past that like breaking point of them not being good anymore. So I do feel pretty confident about that most of my stuff that I have in my wax closet right now is not going bad on me. This was like the oldest of the old. So I do still have my two-timing tart, but I warmed something from 2014 from her, and it kicked ass. So I'm not really worried about two-timing tart whatsoever. Her stuff tends to be, it can go either way with her stuff. It can be medium or strong, which is okay. Sometimes I don't need, like, I don't want like a super strong throw, especially if it's like a stronger scent. But yeah, hopefully you guys, I don't know, got something from this, or maybe it made you think for just a minute. Like, I really have to be careful. Like, I want to be more picky about what I'm purchasing, because I feel like I just go kind of ape shit, let's just say that. Yeah, so I really need to just lay the hammer down. Somebody needs to lay the hammer down on me. But I do stick to a budget for the most part, and I do try and, you know, I don't know, these were a while back. These were like when I first, like 2 years ago. So this is like when I first started, like, while I was into wax. I've been into wax for almost 3, maybe almost even 4 years now. So these were a long time ago, but yeah, for Kay's, I would definitely go back and get some of her cookie bread scents for sure, and she might even have some like fizzy pop scents that I probably wouldn't mind having. She does have really good stuff. I do like her stuff, but I will probably just place like smaller orders, and I'll wait for a little bit. I'm not gonna go like next week or next month and go hoard stuff. Front Porch, I have just like a few favorites I'll order from her. Her Fizzy Pops is not bad. It's doing good in my kitchen right now with just 2 of those grubby tarts, and my kitchen is hard to get a throw out of, so that's cool. Glitterati, I've got nothing bad to say about Glitterati whatsoever. Her stuff really kicks some butt, but for me, her stuff, like, I think maybe it just went bad, possibly. I don't know. I mean, some of it did okay. I mean, I only had 4 pieces, so that's not really a lot to judge on. But in the past, I've had good luck with Glitterati. Some of it, I mean, did, like, some of the notes did come out, but like a few things were very one-dimensional. And then the Rainbow Melts did well. Everything I warmed from Rainbow Melts like was super strong. The only thing that I didn't like was that pink sugar blend. So okay, that's it. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to do a scent picks, and I said I wasn't going to do one, but I went ahead and did one, and I'll explain why in that video. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any comments or any thoughts on any of these vendors, I'd love to know. If anybody gets any of the same experiences as I do or whatever. Somebody, and dang it, I wish I could remember. I look at your names and I remember you guys, but then like I'm like going and answering all my comments, and I can't remember everybody's name, but somebody commented that they did have good luck with Front Porch, and they had stuff like older stuff. So I don't know if it's just my nose. I don't know. I might mix this stuff in with my melts for this week and see if it changes, because maybe I need to warm from a different vendor. But I was changing though. I was doing K's, I was doing Rainbow Melts, I was doing Glitter. I was changing it up. So my nose was getting different scents. I don't know. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna shut up. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and week. I'm hoping that mine will go well. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.